Every year it seems like summer just disappears faster and faster, then school comes along and just takes over all of your free time. Well, I don't have school anymore, but I do know how it feels to have school. So I'm here to help you by showing you some tech and other cool things that I found useful for school, work, and your general everyday carry. Let's get started. Everyone has a different budget, so I want to cover a low-end option, a mid-range option, and sometimes a high-end option because most college students can't afford just high-end options. I'm only going to mention items that I personally use, and all of them will be placed in the description with Amazon affiliate links. This is by no means a comprehensive list, but this is just a few things that I found to be useful. So let's start with some smaller items. Not all laptop trackpads were created equal, and to be honest with you, there are some situations where a mouse is just so much more beneficial. This is the Logitech M325, a nice little mouse that uses a USB receiver and does what it needs to do. It's a bit tiny, but it fits in my giant man hands just fine. It comes in so many different colors that aesthetics really should be no issue for you at all, and it runs on a single AA battery. So if you're looking for a budget option, this is really the way to go. Now, this is the Logitech G602 wireless gaming mouse. It has a whole bunch of different hotkeys on the side of it that you can change to fit your needs and works good enough for on-the-go gaming or just daily use. And you can toggle between the battery draining performance mode and battery saving normal mode. I just call them green or blue mode because colors. It also uses AA batteries but has a different unifying USB receiver. The only downside is it's kind of ugly looking, but honestly it's a really nice mouse for only around $30. Lastly, my personal favorite is a bit pricey. I've reviewed this mouse on this channel before. It's the Logitech MX Master 2S. This thing is a pretty looking mouse with really cool features like quick Bluetooth device switching, a hidden button in the thumb rest, side scrolling, and micro USB charging. Honestly, I do love this mouse, but it is a bit pricey. I'll leave a link to my review of it up here. Now let's talk about hard drives. Laptops usually come with hard drives that are either slow but large or fast but small. If you want storage that's fast and large, you're going to be paying a premium on top of what you normally pay on the laptop for that. It's an expensive upgrade, so why not carry a battery bank sized little box around with you? This is a Western Digital external hard drive. They're great for backing up large amounts of data that you just want to store away, and it's really not too expensive. It's compact and it comes in a bunch of different storage sizes. However, since it is our standard old school hard drive, it is a bit slower than our next option, the Samsung T3. These things are dirt cheap as far as name brand external SSDs go. They're fast and all my 4K YouTube video files are edited off this thing. It's amazing value for its price. The physical dimensions of the Samsung T3 is roughly half the size of the Western Digital external drive that we just saw. However, it costs nearly twice as much as the Western Digital hard drive for half the storage size of the Western Digital. You're definitely paying for the speed. Speaking of battery bank sized boxes, battery banks. This is a cheap battery bank I found at 5 or Below, a discount store. It looks decent and can probably charge your phone once before dying. I recommend this more of a temporary solution or a quick fix because while it's a decent battery bank, over time its max capacity will eventually degrade with usage, so keep that in mind. Next, I have this Anker Power Core I've used for over 2 years now. It has a 20,000 milliamp hour charge, and overall it just feels nice to hold. It's a bit bulky, but you'll really find yourself in a situation where you need some juice. I highly recommend this or its smaller brother, the Anker Power Core 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank. Next, backpacks, and honestly any decent sized backpack can work for pretty much any student. It's really all comes down to aesthetics. However, if this were my personal picks, this is what they would be. This is the North Face Jester backpack. It usually goes for around $50 to $60, and it's a great bag with a large main compartment for your laptops, books, and documents, and a smaller compartment with lots of little pockets to keep everything together. Oh, and it has water bottle pouches just in case you get a bit thirsty and want to carry around your drinks. We can all get a little bit picky when it comes to color, and luckily the Jester backpack has plenty of color options. Now, what if you want a bag that looks a little bit more stylish and a little bit more expensive? Well, this is the Herschel Little America backpack. It has everything you want in a backpack. It has the looks, it has a nice feel, it has a spacious interior for a laptop, has enough space for books, maybe some clothes or other necessities. It also has space for an outer compartment, but sadly, no water bottle pouch. Ouch, that's my only real complaint about the bag. Some reviews say that it does have a water bottle pouch, but the only thing you can really fit in these is a banana or the world's thinnest water bottle. Lastly, the Peak Design Everyday Backpack. Now, I've had this backpack for several months now. It's an amazing backpack and has so many different features that you can't find in other backpacks, and this would usually warrant a 10-minute video. but we don't have time for that. So to give you a quick rundown, it has a customizable internal layout so you can move things around and change how everything's placed, has hidden compartments everywhere, has a water bottle pouch that actually fits water bottles, feels good to the touch, and looks super cool. I've gotten plenty of compliments with this bag. I love this bag, but what I really don't like about it, and what you're really gonna hate about it, is the price tag. This bag, brand new, cost around $260. Lastly, let's talk about water bottles. Water bottles come in crazy varying different types of price ranges, but this is really something you shouldn't gimp on. There's nothing worse than reaching for your water bottle, taking a sip, and it fills your mouth with lukewarm liquids. Disgusting. If you need a versatile mug, I'd recommend this Zoshi mug. It has plenty of features like a lock switch, a single button press to open the lid quickly, keeps your drinks blazing hot or freezing cold even after 12 hours, and it costs less than, say, a Yeti or a Hydro Flask. I love this thing. It's really versatile, it has some neat features, and it's so easy to just sip and dip. Now let's move on to a Hydro Flask. Honestly, you can replace this with the Yeti. They're around the same price range, but I like the Hydro Flask better because I like their accessories better and all the little different types of nozzles they have. The Yetis do have some, but I just didn't like their options of lids and nozzles as much as a Hydro Flask. This thing is kind of expensive and gets even more expensive when you start adding accessories into the mix, but it looks so clean, keeps your drinks hot or cold, and feels nice, feels super premium to the touch. I'd highly recommend it. It also comes in a whole bunch of different colors, but like I said, if you have the budget for it, then go ahead. If not, the Zoji Roshu is pretty good too. So in conclusion, I've showed you guys a bunch of different really cool stuff, things that I've personally used every day and that are still in my rotation. The purpose of this video was to ensure that I found things that were super useful to other people, or at least inspired them to find new, cooler things that might help them as much or even more than the things that I found. The stuff in this video all come together real nicely. However, I just hope this video at least inspired you and helped you fit your own personal needs. Anyway guys, what do you think? Did this video inspire you to find brand new things that you didn't have already that you can find useful? Or did I already own things that you already had? Or straight up, did you think that all my suggestions were dumb? Leave that all down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and well, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.